So where are we today then, Craig?
So today we are at Nottingham, home Pirie Point, home of the Outlaw Triathlon. About to go and do a 5k swim.
How are you feeling about it?
Not bothered. Training day. It's training swim, Helen.
Getting the distance ready for I Am on Wheels.
That's the plan. I thought rather than just go to the lake, why not just come and do a 5k swim? That's the plan. Saying hello to Shawnee.
Yeah, I'm fangirl with Shawnee.
Fangirl with Shawnee.
Yeah, I like to catch you racing. Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
What are your thoughts for today? Just treat it as a training, are you hoping for a time?
I'm hoping for around 1 hour 25-ish. That's the plan. So a good hard zone free effort. That's the plan. So we'll see. I've never done a 5k swim before. All in one go. I've done it in the pool and I've done it in kilometre laps in a lake with time in between. So yeah, it's just a case to see where we're at, eh? That's all we can do.
Great.
Great. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interrogation over.
Don't ever wait for news, love, will you? That was awful.
Was it? You did it, well done. Training swim, done. So we're on the way home from Outlaw 5k swim. What did you think about it?
Yeah, it was a good little swim actually. So yeah, decided to enter this week and just use it as a training session. So set off and as expected it was a bit of a hustle and tussle in the water. It took around 1 lap to kind of like find some decent feet and get settled down. As the 5 kilometers went on, it got choppier and choppier, and as you headed into the middle of the regatta, the conditions was probably worse than when I did the escape from Alcatraz. It was really, really rough. So I hope it settles down for the Outlaw Triathlon tomorrow. But no, it was quite good. I really enjoyed it. It was probably about 2 or 3 laps before I really got settled in. I had an issue where I brought up some mucus and it was blocking my breathing, but I got that cleared. But yeah, it was really, really good. At about 4 kilometers, I really started to tire, and then like a few swimmers started coming past me. So I suspect those are the out and out swimmers. So yeah, that's the whole point of this this training session, was to really just work on my swim endurance. So yeah, overall I'm quite happy. Ended up being a little bit slower than I predicted. I thought I'd do it in about 124, 126. It ended up being 132, 133, something like that. But yeah, overall I'm quite happy. I got what I wanted from it, which was a good training day, and yeah, it was quite good. Didn't really need to work on sighting. What I did was just use the regatta buoys, because it's a rowing lake, just to try and keep the distance to a minimum. The GPS will probably say that I've went off site and got myself a coffee, something like that. It usually does. But yeah, the conditions got really, really choppy for the last lap. and then that's when my arms really fall apart. Felt like I was wading through treacle, and yeah, like I say, one or two swimmers started coming past me. So yeah, from that 4th lap I knew I was really in a good training zone, so that's what we came for.
What do you think about the distance?
The distance, like I said to you in the beginning, is like, I remember 2 years into my triathlon career, that was like, I entered the Nottingham Big Swim, which was 1 mile, and I was absolutely petrified, whereas today I had no issues whatsoever. So it kind of really takes for granted how fit you actually get when you're doing Ironman training. But yeah, the distance, it was tough. It really is like a specialised distance, especially on that back end. But yeah, you can see the out and out swimmers really excelled in that, and yeah, I pretty much died on my ass 4 kilometres on, but no, it was good.
So what you got planned for the rest of the week then?
So this was my actual 4th swim of the week in a big training block, so I'm doing something like 15.5 hours this week. This was actually my 4th swim, 4 days on the trot, and I purposely did that just to A, have some fatigue in the arms, but B, to have a feel for the water going into it. And for the rest of the weekend I've got a long run for 28 kilometres and a 4-hour bike with a little brick session, and that will round off the week. So I'll stick in a little picture of my training peaks for the week, and pretty much show you what the big picture is.
Did you stop to take on any nutrition? I know there was a little sort of nutrition area.
I didn't stop to take on any nutrition. I'd had a good breakfast. I'd had a couple of gels half an hour before, and then 15 minutes before, plenty of fluid. What I did get was a bit of mucus come and cover my throat, and I went real dry afterwards, but after that I felt fine. I know if I go for a long run, I don't need anything for a good 90 minutes, so yeah, no, it was okay. I felt as if I had plenty of energy, yeah.
Oh, good. Well done.
Thanks.
So we're just heading home from Outlaw 5k swim.
It's not going to pick you up being a fucking mouse like.
Okay. So we're heading home from Outlaw 5k swim. How do you feel it went? So we're on the way home from Outlaw 5k swim. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it was a good little event. It was